get that wheel speed up. So it's necessary.
Gearing is really important for especially competition nowadays. But there you go.
Here we go. Let's go. Send it. Here we go. Jonathan Castro out of the gate. Kazuya Taguchi right there to the side. Again, that Toyota GR86, the LTH Mobile 1 GR86 under the bridge. Kazuya Taguchi, he does seem to mimic him fairly well after the outside zone. Kazuya Taguchi right there on that fender. He's tucked right in that pocket. Well done by Kazuya Taguchi. I'll tell you what, Jonathan Castro, he does nudge that inside clip out of the way.
Just goes.
Run your run.
Don't worry about the chase car.
Here we go. Kazuya Taguchi out front, up garage. Jerry Yang Racing. 86 against the Toyota. LTH Mobile 1. Toyota. Oh! Kazuya gets into the wall. That's going to affect that chase driver. We'll see how the judges see that. Again, Robin Sheeta, Chris Yule, Ryan Lantana are judges. Look at Castro.
Wow.
So what gets interesting here, good aggressive driving by Kazuya Taguchi, but was it too aggressive? Sponsor here, they're Mr. Cool. The Mr. Cool BMW gaining a new title sponsor. Laid over that nice carbon Kevlar kit, but right now Kazuya Taguchi, ISR Performance, up garage. GT Radial 86. Ooh, a little correction there. That was an interesting one. Oh boy! All right, this could get hairy.
I think Kazuya Taguchi is DB'd. See that right rear? I think he DB'd on initiation, and that's what caused that issue. And he's still trying to get through the course.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a tire.
So Ryan pointed out that Kazuya could have DB'd.
Yeah, so we're looking at, it just looks like he didn't even get it at the beginning of the rumble strip. He just did it on the rumble strip itself. So so we'll see what happens. The technical are looking at the rule book right now to see if Kazuya Taguchi can change his tire or not. It just depends on the interpretation of the rule, the way it is written.
Here is Nick Novak, Jerry Yang Racing. Both these vehicles prepared by Jerry Yang Racing, actually, incidentally. Woo! Look at Novak jump to the side of Kazuya Taguchi, but Kazuya Taguchi is a machine. Taguchi, look at this, jumps down into that second inside clip. Novak on the wrong side of that second inside clip. But Taguchi, this looks exactly like his qualifying run we saw yesterday. That was just so dialed. So dialed. Here we go. Nick Novak out front, Kazuya Taguchi in the chase position. Again, both Jerry Yang prepared vehicles as Novak. Now, oh, he's flirting with that wall quite a bit. And that's gonna shut her down. Oh boy. That wall has, man, Halovnia, Robert Thorne's back left, and now claims Novak. That could have been a lot worse. So with Novak in that lead position hitting the wall, that will retire him from competition. Kazuya Taguchi will get the victory. That's again unofficial. Kazuya Taguchi versus Travis Reeder. Fairly equally matched battle. Who's got the power? Who's got the swing? Who's got the thing? Kazuya Taguchi right to the wall immediately. Reeder right there sticking it to him. The Nicholas BMW to the side of Taguchi. Woo! Holy cow, look at that. Headlight exchange, tapping.
Wow.
Look at that, Kazuya stays in it. It looked like Kazuya came across the nose of Reeder and blasts out.
That wasn't really a nudge. That was kind of a push, but let's go ahead and check out the replay.
Taguchi battle. Kazuya Taguchi now got that fresh suspension. Travis Reeder banged up, but no big deal. He's going to continue on. Sometimes when you take a big hit like that, you just come uncorked. And there it goes, past that transition into that second inside clip. Kazuya Taguchi lost a bit of speed there. And Reeder puts on a blazing lead run. Taguchi not even part of the equation. Kazuya Taguchi versus Forrest Wang. Kazuya Taguchi up garage, ISR Performance. GT Radial, talking about this 86 that Jerry Yang vehicle initiates big into the bank. Forrest Wang. Look at the angle that Yellow Speed Racing kind of tires S15 has. Like I said, very similar styles. Big angle there. Hitting that second inside clip. Kazuya Taguchi, he's been Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto, man. He is Mr. Roboto, dude. He is just crushing it.
You know, tip-top condition when they go on the battle.
All right, here we go. The second half of this battle. Forrest Wang, Kazuya Taguchi. Forrest Wang, Yellow Speed Racing.
Oh no.
Oh, that's it. Ooh. That's a wrap. That's a wrap, unfortunately. Forrest Wang shuts it down. Kazuya Taguchi, he doesn't even need to complete this run with the lead car shutting it down. That's an unchaseable run, obviously. shuts it down. Very unfortunate for the vehicle, but Kazuya Taguchi will it advance. So Taguchi advances on into the Great 8. That Reeder is out, Osbo is in, but who is Osbo going against? Chelsea Denova or Kazuya Taguchi? What's yellow and black and smoky all over this battle? Chelsea Denova initiates Kazuya Taguchi. Like you said, maybe found that confidence, maybe found that secret sauce. Dropping in that first inside clip. Kazuya goes to the side of Denova.
Oh man,
He just shot forward, man.
Man.
He's like, all right, well, Travis did this to me. I'm gonna do it to Denova. Wow, that
Chelsea's
was a big
car
hit.
is pretty banged up.
Early on that first outside zone. Let's see if he can harness the Dodge Viper. Here we go, Kazuya Taguchi out front into that first outside zone. Kazuya initiates. Dean Carney, the black shadow, the Viper lurking in the shadows of the bright yellow 86. Now in that second outside zone, massive angle there for Kazuya, and he goes off course. A little disruption. Kazuya going off course. Contact from Dean Carney. Let's take a look at that because again, Dean was aggressive on the chase, but Dean Carney, very apparent. He says, hey, I got some damaged parts. We got a run and gun. We don't have time to fix it. So look at this. You know he's going to throw it down. Dean Carnage, Carney, Hyper, NFT.io, Dodge Viper. Good transition into that second outside zone, filling all of it. He got towards it. He got deeper in it. The second half of that second outside zone, past that inside clip, into that last outside zone. Good angle and transition. Aggressive by Dean Carney. And it looks like Kazuya Taguchi bringing it on in. Kind of playing it safe. I wanted to see Kazuya maybe get a little more aggressive, but
yeah,
me a little bit of a little tumultuous one earlier. Here we go, Kazuya initiating into that first outside zone. Simon Olsen dropping into formation. Now Kazuya into that second outside zone, the Up Garage ISR Performance. Jerry Yang produced vehicle, and Simon Olsen, look at that. Man, he is, again, for never driving an S chassis until this year, the fourth round, he's making it look really easy. But again, a great lead run by Kazuya Taguchi. It bears repeating. Leave the line. The chase car can actually leave the line prior to the lead car. But the lead car needs to wait till they extinguish. Simon Olsen, big, nasty angle. That first outside zone, hits it and quits it. And Kazuya Taguchi, you can see him nosing in. Simon Olsen, big, massive angle. And that second outside zone, that allows Kazuya Taguchi. I mean, these guys are looking almost identical in their lead and in their chase. And this is going to be a hard one. I mean, here we are splitting hairs, Ryan. You know, we had that one more time between Gucci and Odie, and here he went against Kyle Dominus Mohan, and Kazuya Taguchi will lead, given that #1 qualifying position. So they did complete their sight laps. They got a little bit of a feel. Here goes Kazuya Taguchi in that first outside zone. The lights are on, and there it is. How is the smoke going to affect the drivers as well? Maybe it's minimized due to the wet conditions. Very smooth by Kazuya Taguchi. You see Chris Forsberg get into that pocket. Could be a little bit deeper here, but great proximity and really mimicking that angle. Looks like he drops back a little bit, but then slides in. Kazuya Taguchi deep in that last outside zone. Keep in mind the red and white rumble strip on outside zone 4. If you hit that, you're off course. So take that into consideration. Has taken out some wheels and some 409 points total, right? So if you're on a tear, and it could be still anybody. Here we go, Chris Forsberg. Looks like we got a clean start. Forsberg initiates, NOS entering Nissan Z, and Kazuya Taguchi tucks into the smoke. Here goes Chris. Big angle there from Forsberg. And oh, look at that, Kazuya Taguchi falls back, who has been absolutely flawless. But again, it might have hurt him as he's been sitting on the bench waiting to do battle with that #1 qualifying position. And Kazuya Taguchi gets inside of him. All right, so
oh boy,
yeah. So we expected this. We expected contact going off of Pro Spec, going off of 32. Was Kazuya too aggressive? Was Forsberg kind of, rolling slow through there? Let's down a score. So placing him in 29th. He came into this round of competition sitting 12th in points overall. And here we go. So Travis Reeder, the Nicholas, GT Radio, BMW. We've got a lot of family and friends here in the building cheering him on. Travis Reeder initiates. High on the bank. This is what we've seen, man. Again, that lead car, high on the bank, the chase car, foregoing that angle, but getting good proximity. But Kazuya slowly crawling forward into that power alley. Look at this. Nice lunge forward by Kazuya Taguchi. But Reeder filling all the zones. Is very reminiscent of what we just saw between Forsberg and Hurst. Now that final outside zone, Kazuya, really good job on that last outside zone. Really flex and kind of just dunk on it, get it out of the way. And now, because all today, it's going to come down to how well you chase. and how well you manipulate that car in the proximity and filling those outside zones while navigating a car in front of you and the smoke. And Reeder, he is right there. He is just as high as Kazuya Taguchi. Taguchi now coming to the power alley. How's Reeder going to handle this? He is buried in smoke. Absolutely. Here's a shovel. Come on, man. Dig yourself out of it and into that inside clip. Both of them on it. Again, Reeder, very familiar with this track. He loves it. He knows it. Oh, no!
Jared, you know, you were talking about Carney needs to get on a heater here, and he's kind of looked like he's had it this weekend. Taguchi also as well, trying to recapture what he had at St. Louis last year. Great start by both guys, mimicking of line, but you can see both drivers missed that inside clip, or excuse me, that first outside zone. But as Dean, as a lead driver, he's responsible for the line. Taguchi just trying to follow him wherever he goes.
And that chase car can leave the start line. They can stagger to make sure you know they're paired up. We want to see them close in proximity, and there you go, Kazuya Taguchi initiating. Looked like Dean Carney. That allowed him to gain some ground there on that first outside zone. Big, long, sweeping right-hand turn, filling all that second outside zone. Goes Kazuya. You see Dean diving in, going from 2 to 3. Looks like Dean struggling in the smoke, and Kazuya brings it across the finish line. Next Toyota GR Corolla, Kazuya Taguchi, up garage ISR Performance GT Radial 86. Boom, right into that first outside zone. Big bang, Ryan Turk chucking a deuce and making it look really easy here against Kazuya Taguchi. Boom, right into that second outside zone, into the third, into the power alley. Ryan Turk with a nice sweeping line into that inside clip. Making it look way too easy for that hot hatchback. Boom goes the dime front. Again, notably got his first win last year in St. Louis. He'd love to repeat it again. Ichiban, we'll see if it comes true. Oh, now look at this. Applebee's. Nope, he's gonna close the door. Always open for business. Here comes Ryan Turk. He is on a lower line. Kazuya Taguchi taking the proper line. But Turk does catch him. That is a lot of smoke, Ryan. That is a lot of smoke. But he still does navigate through it. See how they end this thing. Kazuya Taguchi coming that last outside zone. Ooh. That got a little sketchy there for Kazuya Taguchi, almost in the difficulty of the pronunciation of names. A lot of smoke here coming out. Kenshiro Gushi's vehicle. Kazuya Taguchi running down, but Kenshiro Gushi shutting down Kazuya Taguchi. He will have to finish out the rest of the course.
No.
Smoke coming from the back of Gushi's car. And not the right smoke that we're seeing from Kazuya Taguchi's up garage ISR Performance GT Radial 86, the VR powered vehicle, as Kazuya.
I think this is the first announcer's curse that's hit me, talking about Ken's mechanical issues, and then we see what looks like potentially a head gasket. Yeah, oh man. We talked about it, you know, yesterday. Ken and I had a quick chat and kind of talking about how to get through all of it, and we had an interview on the...
And here's his by run, taking off from that start line. Kazuya Taguchi advances on. In the up garage ISR Performance, Brandon Sorensen, 19 years young, in that U.S. Air Force BMW, late to launch there for Brandon Sorensen. Here goes Kazuya Taguchi in that lead vehicle. Brandon Sorensen trying to chase him down, and he does find that proximity. You can see him barely nosing in, almost some contact. Now to that last outside zone. You can see Kazuya Taguchi rips right in there, Brandon Sorensen. I liked Brandon's proximity, but he just needs them. All right, here we go. Brandon Sorensen out front. Kazuya Taguchi in that chase position. Here comes Brandon Sorensen in that second outside zone. Big angle there from Brandon Sorensen. A lot more comfortable out front. Kazuya Taguchi filling all that outside zone. Now into that last outside zone. Brandon Sorensen. Oh, he goes way off course. Huge off course for Brandon Sorensen. Kazuya Taguchi up garage ISR Performance vehicle in that chase position. Noak, you got American versus JDM, both the vehicle and the driver. Japanese domestic market. Denofa gets involved with the dirt and the gravel, and Kazuya straightens out. Kazuya Taguchi goes straight left. Taguchi shuts it down. And don't know if he's affected by the gravel, but they were car lengths apart, and you could see him shaking it up. Yep. All right, here we go. Kazuya Taguchi will lead. Chelsea Denofa giving chase. You can see that bumper flapping. Looks like, again, both of them have a rear bumper flapping going to this second outside zone. If Denofa keeps it where the rubber meets the road, he will get the win here with that incomplete of Kazuya Taguchi. Taking that tighter line is Chelsea Denofa. Is he kicking back too much? And again, sometimes that could not favor Denofa, a driver like Denofa. And it looks like all signs are saying that Chelsea Denofa, without that three-wheel Up Garage ISR performance vehicle, Matt Field, that Borla exhaust, Heat Wave, Lean Customs. There we go. The 4 stars go around with the GT radials wrapped around him. Matt Field second in points. This is a must-win for him. And the championship that's up for grabs. Kazuya Taguchi initiates, sticks it right to the wall. Matt Field goes into the wall.
Oh no!
Matt Field goes into the wall. Kazuya Taguchi must finish this run in order to advance on.
Wow.
Hold on.
An
absolute Kazuya Taguchi. Here we go. Odi Bakshis will lead. Field suspension S13. Wow. Holy cow. I don't know if Kazuya Taguchi was buffering while Odi Bakshis left the line, but Odi just slingshotted out of the hole. This isn't a drag race, but now here we go into that second outside zone, and this is what you want to see. Just dialing in. This is the refinement that we're looking for. Odi is on an absolute tear. That car is a factor that we've talked about so much this year, the kind of elusive X Factor points. Points aren't part of the measure of advancement, but it is obviously that X Factor level that takes you to get the real victory. You can see the lights are on. Once they extinguish, they are ready to go. Kazuya Taguchi out front. Again, gets the win over Matt Field earlier, playing spoiler. And there goes Kazuya and Odi Bakshi. So there's that proximity that we really are looking for. Judges all. Oh yeah, he kind of applied the pressure, had to back off. Now coming to the second outside zone. There goes Kazuya, now Odi. He dives in. You can see it dragging that wall. You can see Odi just chomping at the bit, lunging forward here and there, surging. Whew. The fans absolutely erupting.